What is going on, guys? Rob, how you doing, brother? You're first. Gonna play the arena today. Today I'm playing 1 minute against all challengers, folks. 1 minute. I think we're gonna make some coffee here in a minute too. So definitely, there's a link pinned for you to join the tournament. Yeah. The arena. Yeah, you got to join Chess Chillers and then join the arena. If you're already in the Chillers, just go there and click join arena and you'll be in. You'll be in. Let's make that coffee, man. We got to open up the coffee cam, guys. Okay, the coffee cam is now open for business, man. Let's go and throw that coffee on and we'll start playing some 1 minute. Ooh, I got to set my settings to social skills. How was your weekend, man? Who saw the UFC event? That was weird, man. I think they said in the prelims, like 3 of the 4 all ended in the first round, and I think the 4th one ended in the second round, if I remember right. That's when I started watching, was the last fight of the prelims. Social. And I'll tell you this, dude, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing except for, ooh, allow challenges is on. Good, good. I enjoyed the whole, oh, wait, no, don't go there, don't go there. The whole thing except for one thing. And with the Conor McGregor, he hurt his footsie, guys. He hurt his footsie. He's a grown man and he jumped up and landed on his foot and he tore an ACL or something. That was insane. Everyone came for Conor. Everyone wanted to see Conor. That's why I had to watch. I want to see Conor. Dude, freaking, I think he got 15 million for that. That's insane, guys. That's just crazy talk. Yeah, you're working cool, Rob. Well, thanks for coming in and checking in with the stream. At work? Are you working at home? Do you work at home? I think a lot of people watch streams when they work at home. A buddy of mine worked at home. He was my tank in my vanilla World of Warcraft guild. I was one of the main healers, and he was one of the main tanks. And he's a good friend of mine. Love that guy. And he was working at home during the Great Plague shutdowns and for quite a while after that, for years. And so we started playing World of Warcraft, and he just was like, he would level his character while he's working. He was a warrior. It wasn't hardcore, so if he died, it's no big deal. So all he had to do was just like charge a mob and start auto-attacking it, and then he could just work. Then he would auto-charge another mob, and if he ever died, it's like, oh, I died. Okay, big deal. And he would just grind his World of Warcraft character up, man. Working from home, cool. 1 year learning chess, 1 year working. Love it, dude. Love it, love it. Well, I gotta start warming up for you guys, so I am going to go into the pool. New game. Oh, the arena is up. There's a pinned comment. If you need it, again, let me know. Anyone wants to play the arena, you should join it now. It starts in half an hour, guys. Usually we'll wait, right? I'll do it like an hour. So we're trying something a little bit newer today. And I want to get that arena going in 30 minutes time. Because I think a lot of people come to the stream at toward the beginning of the stream, and then they're like, oh yeah, I'm not going to wait around an hour to play the arena, right? That's a vibe I got. I could be totally wrong. Is that coffee done? Follow me to the coffee cam. That's a good cup of coffee, man. I don't know if it's a good idea to drink coffee when I play Bullet. You know, I mean, I want to be alert. I want to be awake. I'm old, and if I drink too much coffee, like, I can start getting a little bit jittery. Great, how you doing, brother? Okay, new game, 1 minute Bullet start game. I'm starting the Bullet day, folks. Ah! I dropped it, guys. I could have taken that. I'm gonna resign, guys. He's way up on time. Guys, way up on time. That was my first game of the day. Taper Mike, what's up? Someone send it. Send me one. I want to play somebody I know and love. I don't want to play these people. Hey, Scorn, how you doing, dude? Welcome back. Taper Mike, that fiasco was crazy. I enjoyed the night of fights. I was cool with it. But that was crazy at the end. I mean, my goodness. What was lost with that? I mean, do you know, someone like Bisbing was talking about it. He said, like, people paid a lot of money. I think it was the biggest gate they've ever had. 20,000 people. And it probably, since it was Conor McGregor, the cheapest seats were probably $500. I have no idea. I'm guessing. But I'm telling you, right? That is, I think, what happened. And I mean, he was saying, like, people probably took loans. They probably borrowed money because they wanted to go. Travel from all over the world to see Conor fight, right? Go into debt because it's expensive. Travel, get a hotel, whatever. Yeah, Bill Stevens, if it doesn't, the stream always lasts, guys. If any platform ever shuts down randomly, just go to the other platform. I'm on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, guys. So definitely just come right back. You feel what I'm saying, guys? Just come right back on another platform if your platform ever fails. Oh, boy, dude, I'm nowhere close to the speed. Is we gotta get faster. Threatening. Should have took the pawn, maybe. No, this is fine. He can play c4. Darn it! Oh, he played that instead. That's pretty good too. Hey! I don't know what it is, but I like it. Probably should have kept the rook out. Probably should have kept the rook out. He can check, but it doesn't do anything. Rook here makes a threat. Darn it. This is scary. He checkmated me! There's no way. Did you guys see that? And he's up 5 seconds. You guys said it's going to be your day. You beat me up. You've been working upstairs, been going through stuff that either stays or goes. Yeah, I know that feeling, man. Sometimes you just got to... You got to tough love yourself, man, and say, dude, we got to get rid of some stuff. Patty was the star of the show. Yeah, but Patty had a pretty fast win, didn't he? That was a pretty anticlimactic fight, too. The guy that Patty fought, was he like a pretty high in the rankings? Because, right, Patty just lost to Gaethje, who then went to beat Ilya Tapora, whatever his name is, and became the champion. So he just lost to the champion, basically. So I would think they might have given him, you know, something a little bit more entry level. A lot of people were saying that Patty was not ready for that fight, and he never should have been with someone of his level yet. Patty's not ready to be a champ yet. He's a great fighter, though. Did it go 3 rounds? Did it go 3 rounds? No, it was early, dude. Wasn't it early? I thought it was early. I might be remembering wrong. I ain't gonna lie. Squirrels were flying. There was flying squirrels at the house, folks. It was amazing. Dude, we were gonna barbecue. I mentioned steaks. We were gonna do all kinds of. We had all kinds of ideas for what we're gonna cook, but it was getting a little late. And then we were gonna be cooking in because I had to do the workshop. I got to do the. We had a great workshop Saturday, guys. Private chess stream to Facebook supporters, YouTube members, and Twitch subscribers, which you can do totally for free with your Amazon Prime. Just link it to your Twitch, free sub, bang. You are a exclusive chiller. You get the private chess streams. And we learned some good stuff, man. We learned some good stuff. There were some really good things that came up. A lot of people were like, oh, wow. You know, when I was just showing them kind of simple, fun little things came up that we could all learn from. It was really cool. And then so it was getting late. And so Courtney's like, you want to get Taco Bell? I'm like, yep. So our date night, fancy barbecue night turned into Taco Bell. But hey, Taco Bell was great. I got the Mexican pizza. It comes with 2 hard tacos. Michael Creamer, how you doing, brother? Welcome back, man. Yeah, you got a great profile picture, Michael. You're with somebody you love and that obviously loves you. Great picture, great picture. Yeah, so what did you think about it, Taper Mike? What did you think about the whole night? I didn't watch the early prelims. No, just I saw the last of the 4 prelims. But I heard the first 3 prelims were all first round knockouts, which actually, or first round, whatever. They were 1-rounders. I don't know if they're all knockouts. But the funny thing is, people are complaining about that. It's like they're freaking prelims. And I would have loved to see it. I should have gotten there sooner, sat down. It's like, oh, the prelims are on. Let's eat dinner. Oh, the prelims are on. Let's do this. We were doing some archaeology. We were doing archaeology, guys. That's as far as I'm going to get into it, but we were doing actual archaeology. I feel like an archaeologist. I feel like we need to get one of those little brushes, the brushes that they, you know, when they find something from that's 4 million years old, you know, they don't want to break it. It's like almost like a makeup. That's probably what they use. It's actually makeup things. But yeah. So Yellow Dart. Yeah, dude, Yellow Dart, man. What do you think about it, dude? Did you watch it? Yeah, your older sister's mattress has got to go. Dude, then get rid of it, bro. Clean house. I was very fortunate. I told you guys, I live in a really small place. and my place is very what's the word? Small. And so no matter what you do, it's pretty crowded and cramped, right? But then I was able to get some storage space. And I took, man, I mean, my big Fender twin amp, it's heavy. It's things that weighs 400 pounds. Not really, but it's heavy. 75 pounds, I think, or something. It was sitting right here. At one point, my toolbox, my rollaway was right here in my living room. And the place is already small, but I didn't even know where to put it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I got some storage. I was able to unclutter everything. But I got guitars. The guitars are stacked, man. It's like under my bed is full. It's just tight. I'm looking around like, what could I throw away? Dude, it would be pretty hard to throw away stuff, man. It'd be pretty hard because everything's already... I already don't have... Yeah, I'm looking on my desk to... How do you unclutter this desk? I mean, other than just kind of rearranging and cleaning it up, there's nothing here that I can throw away. Everything's in use. Everything in my house is in use. Oh, maybe the trophy, but no way, that stays. Because when Irina Kresh came the other day, I got to show her my trophy. As a black belt who is trained and coached, all I ask is, why did he think that was a good idea? Man, dude, I'm 50... I'll be 59 in October, okay? And I literally would... I mean, I can't throw that kick like Connor does. I probably would. Maybe I would hurt myself. I don't think I would. Connor definitely didn't think he would. I mean, someone with his level of athleticism and training, he said, I was doing jumping kicks all through my training camp. He said, I was doing jumping kicks in the warm-up room. He said, like, that's not a thing. Like, it was, I think Connor thinks it was, I mean, obviously hindsight's 2020. I don't think he feels like it was a bad idea. I think he landed wrong. Would have been nice if he would have just gone out there and maybe, try to fight for a little while, give us some action, right? Bill Stevens says, man, I was at the amp shop last week and my guy has an amp that you would love. Oh my God. Michael Creamer said, I didn't watch the fights, but I heard about the controversy. I think Connor came in hurt. You know what? I mean, I don't know, but like maybe he hurt himself. But here's the thing, Creamer. If he came into the fight hurt and knew that his leg was hurt and that foot was hurt or that knee or whatever, then he would have never done that jumping kick. Right? He would have never done it. It was all for show. He didn't come anywhere near Max's head when he threw that kick, right? You don't throw that kick when you're healthy. His knee blew out before his leg even lifted off the ground. Oh, okay. Okay. Which martial arts, Yellow Dart, are you, do you want to... I'm very curious. Very curious. Yeah, guys, join the arena. How many people get in the arena so far? None. Guys, come on. We got to have an arena, guys. Bang. Join the arena and challenge me 1 minute chess, guys, while we do UFC talk at Charly Sardo Gaming. This is kind of fun, man. Freaking having fun hanging out with you guys. You people that, sometimes I'll be here in my house, and if I might not see Courtney for 4 or 5 days, and I might not start my truck for 3 or 4 days. This happens sometimes. Sometimes I don't open my door for a few days because I live at home and I work at home, so I don't always have to go out. And you would think that would make me like it could be like you could get depressed or like guys, like talking to you guys, reading your chat and talking. It's not even like we're just texting like Facebook and we're using messages back and forth. You're talking, I'm answering you. I'm mousing over your profile pictures on Facebook to see you guys with your pictures of your kids and stuff. Freaking love it. This is human contact, man. Taekwondo, cool. Went rogue after that, studying other stuff. We'll see no official grades there, though. Nice, man. Dan won. first degree black belt. Dude, that is really cool, man. For example, we trained jump, but I have no belts in judo. A fresh white belt could tap me because that's how that works, except I know other things too. Yeah. Dude, I studied, you ever heard of Kuk Sul Wan? I studied Kuk Sul Wan. Speaking of UFC, Big Daddy Goodrich, in the early UFCs, he walked out with the Kuk Sul Wan gi on and a black belt. I'm like, that is so cool. He's a black belt in Kuk Sul Wan. That's the martial arts that I took when I was 17. Well, guess what? I don't know for a fact, but I've heard some of the UFC fighters since then talk about it, about the early days. And he said, no, you lied. You had to lie. You had to say you were a 5th degree black belt in Taekwondo and a 3rd degree black belt. You just lied to get on the show, to get in there and fight for money. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's probably, I do not want to disrespect Big Daddy Goodrich. I think he's a cool dude, good fighter. And I always liked him because of his Kuk Sul Wan black belt. But guess what? He was maybe just trying to be a fighter, and that's what he had to do. Maybe he wasn't used to throwing the kick with a mohawk. Maybe his balance was off because of the air. Dude, the aerodynamic angle. I see where you're going with this, Bill Stevens. I like this. No. Kuk Sul Wan is Korean martial art. It's a Korean martial art, and I think, what is it? I feel like I would have to look and see. I feel like the leader, who could very well still be alive, but if he is, he's old. I think he was like maybe some kind of royalty in Korea, like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe there's, I don't know their politics over there. I feel like that was the thing, but maybe I'm remembering that wrong. But Kuk Sul Wan is very much, it's very kick heavy, very similar to Taekwondo in that way, right? And a lot of techniques, and then, you know, of course, if someone comes up behind me and grabs me, they're getting hip thrown complete naturally without thinking about it. My hips going out and they're going over. You know what I'm saying? It's like I did enough hip throws to where I wouldn't think, oh, kick your hip out. You know, I'm just grabbing that guy and he's going over, right? I'm not a fighter or anything. But I trained a lot. There was we'd pay like, I think it was like $50 a month or something, like 40 years ago. And he had class 4 times a week. And I was 17. I had a car. I would drive my brothers, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm not going to go tonight, man. I'm tired." So I went 4 nights a week when I was 17 for about 7 months. So it was pretty cool. And my guy he was a badass, man. You're a black belt in Rock Wondo. Yeah, rock and roll Wondo. I love it. You threw a hip the other day because I'm old. Right. What's up, Doc Bizzle? How you doing, man? He was a badass, man. I shouldn't say that. He was a great guy, and he was a gunner, man. I don't know what they call him. His job was to sit in the window of the helicopter in Vietnam with the big That was his job, and he became the adopted son of the leader of Kuk Sul Wan, and he convinced him to bring it to America. It was one of those things where, like, no, we keep it here. It's just for our people, and we keep it here. He's like, you could grow it, man. You could grow it. You could reach millions of people. You could do things with the money. It'd be good. And he convinced the leader to bring it to the United States. So therefore, because he was the adopted son of the leader, and he's the guy that brought it to America, he was kind of high ranking, kind of well known in the Kuk Sul Wan community. You know what I'm saying? And then I get to be his student, so that was cool because I had a. It wasn't what do you call it? strip mall, Mick karate or Mick dojo, or yeah, it wasn't Mick dojo. It was a real freaking deal. It was cool. Had a great teacher. It's 4 styles combined, apparently, probably used for military. They cover the spread over there. Maybe so. Common relative is Taekyon. Okay, interesting. We have a studio down here. Might go down there, says Yellow Dart. Yeah. Kuxel One Studio? Yeah. No, it's pretty cool, man. The joint locks and those things, all the techniques were really, really cool. Probably gave me a bunch of knowledge just about ways to cause some discomfort, right? But the thing, you guys wouldn't believe the way this guy was so good at these techniques, right? We would just learn, okay, grab my wrist, and of course, no one's gonna grab your wrist like this, right? But then they teach you how to break the thing, and then you twist their arm like this, and then they want to go down. You can take them all the way to the floor. Well, he called them come along techniques, because he could take you from one, and like you're going to the floor like this because you feel like your arm's gonna break, right? And you're tapping, you're going down to the floor, and then he flips you up around, and now he stands you up, and now you're on your tippy toes, and he could just do all this very, very fluidly, like without not thinking at all. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it was his whole life. He lived over there and with those people, and just learned it. I borrows 2 Chinese kung fu, some other thing in ancient TKD. Oh, according to a wiki. Yeah, pressure points, and just like when they do a Kimura, in the UFC, they're twisting the arm where it feels like it's gonna. And it will break. You could break it, right? That's what a lot of wrist, elbows, arms, all kinds of techniques like that. That I think for the time we spent training them, it was fun. I think I got absolutely zero out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, in other words, I don't think that's going to help me. I don't think it's going to help me in a real life defense situation, is what I'm saying. Most martial arts are like that. You know what I always say, Yellow Dart? Wait. Qigong. So like actual what people call Bushido. Yeah, I don't know. But I tell people, and tell me if I'm right in saying this, that the reason the black belt can kick your butt, or most street fighters' butts, a lot of them, is because the black belt has been working out and has thrown thousands of kicks and thousands of punches, even if it's a dumb punch that doesn't work in a real fight, right? He's athletic. He works out. He's thrown a lot of kicks. He's had a whole bunch of physical interaction. And that's why. But because most of the martial arts, it doesn't work. Poor Joe Rogan, man. He was like, yeah, I realized, he was really, really good in Taekwondo, right? He was like state champion or something. And he said, I realized, like, I'm doing something that, like, not good. Hey, Tom's in. Tom 2100. Tom is in the arena. Guys, get in the arena. Oh, it just got canceled. Tom came in at the last second. Tom, thank you. Okay, we're not going to get the arena. Tom, send me a challenge, brother. Let me see if I can challenge Tom's. Maybe I can challenge Tom's a 1-minute game. But I think we're 2-2. Isn't that crazy? He's 2,000, bro. Challenge. Dude, I want you guys to freaking. Okay, let me see what Yellow Dog said about that, though. We would have to FaceTime to discuss this properly. Yeah. Wait, yeah. Okay. It's just not. There's truth to that, though. Yeah. And you, I believe, would have a cleaner, probably better, well said, and more accurate opinion on that topic. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just know what I see through life and stuff, but I never made it that far into martial arts. Oh, we can't. It's Today's 1 minute. I'm sending Tom's a challenge, guys. We'll see if he answers. We got it. Come on, I'm gonna lose. Oh, that might have been bad. Yes, check. I don't think it does anything now. Go! I had check now. I'm gonna lose on time. Dude, I just lost on time. Good game, Toms. Guys, someone sent me a challenge, man. This guy's tough. 2100 over here. How do you defend a square, guys? Just castle? And don't lose on time. I shouldn't have let him come out right here, guys. He didn't fall for it, guys. He didn't fall for it. That's a good move. Darn it. Just move! I got to get my Bobby Fischer Bishop out, guys. Oh, I could have took that. I mean, then I'd just be down a clean piece. It's probably better not to take that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I didn't hear a move. I didn't hear a move. Good game, good game, good game. Apparently my dad found the medal under some linoleum when he renovated the upstairs like 20 years ago, the medal. You did find a WW1 Armed Forces Badge of Honor. Wow. In a tote. Dude, that's pretty cool, man. So your uncle is an award-winning World War I veteran. That's insane. That's history. Yellow Dart says, it's the same... Wait, it's the same as chess. It's about what each person knows. You can study the openings for 25 years and lose to a street hustler with experience. Right. Some kids pick up guitar and sound like BB King at 6. Exactly. Training is training. Fighting is fighting. Martial arts is for self-improvement first. Got you. Got you. Yeah. Doing, Doc Bissell's doing great. Good to see you, man. Good. Yep. Bill Stevens is a black belt in Rockwondo. Hey, we got 1 minute game here, guys. Kirby is in the his. Here maybe? Yeah, maybe that wasn't a good idea, but we'll see. That's a good move too. What'd he do? Goes there. Probably. Dude, I can't hear the moves. I can't hear the moves. This is really bad. Should have took with the other... What am I doing? Dude, I just choked on time, bro. And he was way up. If I would have moved faster, I still would have lost, I think, on time. Close ones, I had to flag you. Yeah, Tom, good games, brother. Dude. You play good, man. Apparently my... Oh, yeah, got that. Dude, I went and played music yesterday, man. Courtney wanted to go to the open jam. Someone was having a birthday party, and I said, okay, I'll go with you. I didn't bring my stuff, man, but I walked in and two of my dearest friends were there playing guitar already on stage. Actually, a third one. He was working the gig. 3 of my great friends were there with great guitars and great amps. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to play. I'm just going to chill out. Then, you know, again, squirrels were flying. And I got up, played a little bit. It was fun. But it was more fun just hanging out with the guys. Just hanging out with the guys, man. Good times. Good freaking times yesterday. Seeing all my friends. Someone challenged me 1 minute. If you're new to the stream, I know someone's new to the stream. My name's Charlie. I play guitar, I play chess, we play Elden Ring and other games after dark. The Elden Ring streams, if you're watching on Facebook, they moved to YouTube and Twitch. I made Facebook chess exclusive. So what guitars? There was one was a Strat, and then the other 2 were they were Telecasters, and one of them I think was playing through a deluxe reverb, like maybe a reissue or something, and then or like a newer version is what I mean, newer model. And the other one was using like a custom amp by some custom guy, some boutique amp that it sounded great. Yeah, it's Sam Massey of the Smokehouse Guitar Army. It was good to see those guys. Everyone in the band, I know they're all just friends, man. So it was good to go see friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep, it was cool. Courtney drove, I was lazy. But you know what happens too? If I bring my guitar and my amp, it's fun to go play. But then I'm not hanging out with Courtney at all. Which she would have been okay with, but it's like, then we're not really kind of going together. You know what I'm saying? If I just get up and do a couple songs, which I didn't even have to sing any songs. If I get up and just do a couple songs, that's one thing. But I mean, my buddy Warren was like, dude, I got a great telly in the car and I get this really cool amp. You're going to love it. It's perfect for you. Let me bring him in. Then I'll end up just sitting next to my friend and playing guitar the whole time. And Courtney will have to fend for herself, which she can do. She can do. But you know what I'm saying. So we get to hang out. I like the way it went down perfectly. So Scorn, are you saying that he found the medal under some linoleum, but that obviously was your uncle's award, right? Bill Stevens says, when I go back to pick up my buddy's amp from the shop, I'm going to take a pic of this amp. It's so you want to buy it immediately. Maybe I shouldn't send it. You know what, man? I am the kind of guy that can see things that I cannot afford and not feel bad, not be frustrated. The fact is, I am still young enough and I still have enough earning power that there's probably not very many things that I couldn't acquire if I set my mind to it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel bad if I see an awesome old Fender amp that I want really bad, like maybe a Princeton, right? If I see a really cool Princeton and it's like, $3,000, it's like, I don't want it bad enough to do what it takes to get the money to get it. If I did, I would. Yeah, so no, send the picture. Send the picture. I want to see it. Kirby, good game, dude. Good game. Guys, if I won the lottery, I would probably not collect guitars. I would most certainly collect amplifiers. Oh my God. I would love to get like an old Marshall, a nice little full stack going on, 100-watt head, and I would love to get. It would mainly be Fender amps and Music Man amps. Richard, how you doing, dude? Welcome back. Welcome back. If you're new to the stream, my name's Charlie, and I'm gonna play a 1-minute game for you guys because I can. My rating's going down. I'll tell you that. Toasty Cheese It, what's up, dude? You want to play some 1 minute? Ah! Wow. That was dumb. Why would anyone ever make that move? It's the dumbest move ever created. It and Pinocchio are probably related. Look at the pin, guys. I gotta come up and to break the pin. Here, I guess. Oh. Am I okay? Am I okay? I think we come like here. Oh, I dropped my queen. I didn't drop my queen. I should have stuck with the pawn, maybe. Covering the square, no reason. Oh, God. Get me out of here, Wilma. Ah! He got me. Yeah, he got me on time. Snow falls. Good game. Toasted Cheese says, after dinner, I'll try and get a game. Maybe in like 45 minutes. I'll be here, brother. Hi, I'm new here. Can we play Blitz? Dude, welcome to the stream. First off, if you're new here, Adit, yeah, Judd have, yeah, I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna call you Adit. Adit, welcome to the stream. Today, I play 1 minute only. Dave Joyce, thank you for the 100 stars. Dude, here's the problem. I got to turn the music down slightly, guys. People were complaining the music was kind of quiet, and I don't understand why. Because I never had this problem. But, like, is there a volume for chess.com? If I turn the volume up, the music's too loud. If I turn the volume down where I want the music, then I can't hear the moves. And when you play 1 minute, you have to be able to hear. So yeah. Okay, so 1 minute I play 1 minute unrated on Mondays. On Tuesdays, I play subscribers on Twitch, members on YouTube, and supporters on Facebook. I play them rapid. And then Wednesday is tournament day. 10 minute with a 5-second increment. You could probably play me in the tournament too. And then on Thursdays, that sounds like your day if you want to play Blitz, because Thursdays I play 3 minute unrated against everybody. So you get to play me if you want to. You could, yeah, it's Rosewood Telly. It's pinned in the comments. Just send me a 1 minute challenge. You might be getting hit by the AI loudest compression thing when it boosts or drops if volume exceeds certain ranges. Yeah, that I don't know about. Toasty Cheese, it says, started watching a chess series by Chess Bra on YouTube with Jim Hamilton. I have high hopes so far. It seems really good. Are you familiar with it? Are you talking which one? Are you talking about like the Good Habits? Dave Joyce, thank you for the stars. Yeah, that was the point of going on about the volume. I didn't hear the alert because I had the volume down because the music is so loud. Thank you, Dave Joyce. How are you? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, building habits. Yeah. Dude, let me tell you something, man. That's literally Grandmaster chess lessons. You don't get to ask questions, but it's Grandmaster lessons. And I'm telling you, when I was learning how to play chess, the only Grandmaster lesson I was ever going to get was out of a book. You know what I'm saying? That's why chess books were such a big thing back in the day. And now you don't need to sit there with the book. You can. It's a great way to study, but you can watch videos. Yeah, Dave Joyce. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Chillers. Let me hit the love on that, dude. I'm so sorry I didn't see that, man. I was playing a game, too. That's my excuse. Put up a new short today. Let's see what it's doing on Instagram. Guys, one of my other shorts, the Stream Sniper short on Instagram, it's an outlier, guys. It's still putting out massive numbers. Yeah, the one I posted today has 4,000 views. Dude, 318,000 views. I think that's across Facebook and Instagram, but they're almost all on Instagram. Yeah, 296,000 on Instagram, 22,000 on Facebook for the Stream Sniper one. I just put a new one up today. That was that most amazing mouse slip ever. The worst mouse slip ever. Some of you guys were here for that the other day. And I just wanted to check because I was like, to me, my stuff does better on YouTube than on any other platform. So I kind of make everything for YouTube and then post to other places too. Dude, this one freaking chess reel on Instagram, it just decided to get 300,000 views. I don't understand why. It did okay on all the other platforms too. So I just reposted today, and now the funny thing is, I posted it to Instagram first. I told ChatGPT when we were building the video, it didn't make the video for me, guys. But I'll send it a big long. I just copy and paste the entire language of the entire video, and then it will suggest segments, and then I take those, take them in, I put them in my own order. I cut the silence out. It helps build it together to make it viral. What's up, Charlie Willie? How you doing, man? Playing rapid. We're playing Bullet right now, but I don't have a lot of takers in Bullet. If any sub wants to play a rapid game, like a 10-minute game, or a 10+5, send it, or tell me in chat, and I'll challenge you. Because I got to verify. I'm not going to take any. Not just going to play rapid. The first person that sends it, because it's got to be for a subscriber on Twitch, member on YouTube, or Facebook gaming supporter. Well, Facebook gaming is gone now, right? Don't let them shame you for using tech. No, I'm telling you, man, it's a tool. Imagine this. Imagine this. The sewing machine. Do you know what the sewing machine did to the seamstress industry? Imagine women having to sew pants all the way up the leg to make a pair of pants, and then back down again, and now they go, brrr, it's done. Horrible tech. No, it's progression or evolution. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. You know, the kiosks at McDonald's. Yeah, I understand. Less people have jobs. The sewing machine, it did that. The lawnmower did that. You know what I'm saying? It did. It's just constant. But, yeah. Oh, man, I would love to play again, but busy working. That's okay, Greg. We'll play again. Yeah, building habits, dude. Dude, those guys, man. Let me think. I like Amon Hamilton. I like the way he explains things better than I like Eric Hansen. I'm not even talking bad about Eric Hansen. Those guys are freaking great. You rather play Rapid. I don't like Bullet that much. Willie, I get it. Yeah, but like I said, I'm only play Rapid against subscribers on Twitch, supporters on Facebook, and members on YouTube. Those are the because those games take so long, and these are the people that I wouldn't be here if people didn't sub on Twitch or support on Facebook. I wouldn't be here. I would. So it's like, they got to get some love. They got to get some love, right? I mean, I tell them I love them, but I got to show them I love them, right? The alerts are quieter for us as well. The music is not quiet, but alerts are. Oh, where do I have a separate volume for my alerts? I could probably turn that up a little bit. But my problem is the music is so loud that it drowns out. It doesn't drown out the chess.com moves, but when I crank the volume so I can hear chess.com moves, then the music's too loud in my ears. I do have one. I don't have a separate volume for monitoring through my speakers and what I send to you guys. I can shut it off though. I can say monitor, boom, and I can just take the sound off and never know when Stream Rock comes on. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If Bach was alive today, he would totally have a room full of synthesizers. That's what I'm saying. Hey man, what's up? Bright Soul, I love your name, dude. Dude, there's a guy the other day that came in, his name was Not a Hater. I'm like, I love that name. I told him I don't hate you too. And this guy comes in with the name of Bright Soul 33 because Bright Soul 32 is already taken. Great name, dude. Yeah. So what else we got going here? Yeah, technology's rough, man. Technology's rough, dude. Dude, auto-tune. Bill Stevens is a professional musician. I'm a professional musician. I don't sing very well, guys, but I sing good enough and I perform well enough to where people will pay me to sing, okay? I don't use auto-tune if I record a song, I don't fix it because I have too much respect for good singers. And if I fix it, I don't do a lot of recording, but when I do, if I fix it with auto-tune, then what's the motivation to become a better singer? And so auto-tune kind of took people that couldn't sing and let them be singers. Be like, oh man, she's young enough, she's tall enough, she's hot enough. She just doesn't quite sing as good as we hope she would. What do? She's unusable. She's unusable. Got to be able to sing good. You got to be the triple threat. You can't have 2 out of 3. They're not going to play it on the radio if you're off pitch. So they just fix it. Fix it with auto-tune. Now you got a superstar. You know what I'm saying? You made it when I was 11. Oh, wait. Oh, you made it when I was 11 and kind of ran with it with childhood me, I guess. Dude, Bright Soul. What a great story about your name. You were a beautiful little 11-year-old. I'm so proud of 11-year-old you for coming with the love and the happiness, Bright Soul. That's great, dude. That's even better. That's even better. Send me if you want to play it rapid. It was case of 2 of 23. We played 2 times before. Willie, thanks, but like I said, I'm saving rapid only for the supporters. I have to, because there's just not enough time. Plus, it's an exclusive perk that they get. You know what I'm saying? But play the tournament tomorrow or Wednesday. Every time on Monday, I always say tournaments tomorrow. It's not tomorrow. No, tomorrow I play rapid against supporters. Wednesday is the tournament. But do Willie play the tournament on Wednesday? It's 10 plus 5. And you'll probably get to play me. What's your white and black openings like? You're double my rating. I am, you know how like when they say this is not medical advice, I am not a financial professional. Yeah. You don't want to learn openings from Charly Sardo Gaming. Okay, you actually can, because let me show you. Like, if I'm playing a master in an over-the-board tournament, I would play E4, and on E5, I play Bishop C4. Yeah. On C5, I play Knight F3, and then depending on what they play, you know. Because in an open Sicilian, black kind of dictates where it goes, right? Whether it turns into a dragon, whether it turns into a Nadorf, right? And I've studied all of those extensively many years ago. And then also, actually, I only started playing the Nadorf about 3 or 4 years ago, and studied a lot of that recently in the last few years to get better at it. Against let me see, as black E4, if I'm playing bullet, if I'm playing I used to play a Latvian gambit in tournament chess, over the board chess, and I've beaten very strong players with it. But that I stopped playing that, and I kind of got out of chess for a long time, and so I don't remember. I know, like when they, I think what's the move? Knight takes, Queen D4. This is the most common move, but this I think is the best move. And then you take this way, and then depending on where the bishop goes, I either come to F7 or G6. Sometimes you come to G5, so this bishop can't move. You know, and I'm playing a Latvian gambit. But if I'm playing a master, or if I'm playing a good player, and I want to win, I play C5. I play a Sicilian, and I used to play a dragon. E4, C5, Knight F3, D6, D4, CD4, Knight D4, Knight F6, Knight C3, and this is where it cuts off. You could play a dragon, or you could play a Nadorf. And I was playing FIDE Master David Bassett. He's like 2361 FIDE is his rating, right? Very strong chess player, friend of mine. And he would come on stream and play with me, and he crushed my dragon. And then I'd go back to the database, and I would like learn moves and try and get more ideas deeper and then he would come back, and I would have like couple 1, 2, 3 book moves better, deeper into the Grandmaster opening, and maybe a little bit better understanding. Nope. Crush. Like I was losing because of the opening. So I started playing the Nadorf, and you know what? Because of when I started playing the Nadorf against FIDE Master David Bassett, he also plays in Nadorf. I'm still going to lose basically every game. But it wasn't because of the opening. There's a way to use vocal tuners gently to make a great vocal performance glorious. But the best engineers get enough takes and comp a great box take without the tune. Exactly. Yeah. Some singers are good enough to not maybe, like they say Celine Dion one-shot that, didn't she? Didn't Celine Dion one-shot the Titanic song? It was like a mic check kind of thing or something, or warm up or something. Really, really, really great singers are able to make a perfect take in one take. But what Bill Stevens is saying is, This is, guys, Mark Chestnut. Mark Chestnut is a famous Nashville recording artist, okay? Too Hot to Fish, Too Cold at Home, Brother Jukebox. These were big country hits back in the, what? In the 80s and the 90s. But here's the thing. Oh, yeah, and a friend of mine recorded his album. Recorded his vocals. And he said he came in. I think he drank a beer. Walked in the booth, sang every song 3 times, and left. And then you can take, if he makes one mistake on one chorus, you can just copy it from one of the other tapes, and you can comp it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what Bill Stevens is talking about. So you don't have to play perfect. If you're really, really good, and you make a mistake here and a mistake there, then you just sing the song 2 or 3 times, and then they can cut and paste. Yeah. Yellow Dart says, if I see that you want a game, I will look at it, find the point where your opponent lost, and see how you responded equals the correct strategy unless you blunder, and then we note the shift. Okay. Yeah. But thank you for the offer, Willie. But play the tournament on Wednesday if you want to get a rapid game with me, man. It's 10+5 too. It's even better than 10-minute chess, right? You played a 24-26 National Master yesterday. Got destroyed. Wow. What nation? Taco Bell is life. I love you. I remember you. Dude, look at my Twitch chat right now. You guys, I get the best people that watch my streams, guys. Yeah, it made me mad a little bit. I'm so freaking happy about it. I'm literally watching Taco Bell is life and Bright Soul 33. Okay. In my Twitch chat. Those are the people I want. I want people to understand the important things in life, like Taco Bell and being a bright soul. Back to back over here. Over the Rainbow was done in one take. Really? I didn't know that. 10 is better, said Willie. 10. Yeah, 10+5. You don't like 10+5? 10+5 is it's even better because it's a little bit of a slower game. Can we 1v1? Send it. Thomas, there is a pinned comment. Challenge Rosewood Telly, all one word, 1 minute unrated. And there we go. Oh, and the arena is now, the arena, no arena. As a matter of fact, I can fix this. Let me do this like this and just, to play me. There we go. Bang. There we go. Challenge Rosewood Telly. Of course, we're on chess.com. And I can unpin the comment, guys. Unpin the pinned comment on unpin. There we go. So you say if you want to play me, man, send it, Thomas. I totally want to play you, brother. If 1 minute's too fast for you, I do 3 minute on Thursdays. Or we have a tournament on Wednesday, 10 minute with a 5-second incremental. Unpin message. And unpin this this massage. Unpin the message. There we go, guys. Good. Oh, and then this one I want to pin. Cool. Oh, I just heard it. Guys. I'm going to take it. Don't start another game. I'm just pinning 2 messages. It takes 1 second. Dude, chess... Twitch just feels weird, bro. Twitch feels weird. And I'm going to tell you why. Because... it's like when I click on something, it takes like a few seconds to react. And that's dumb. It's dumb. Okay. Oh, wait. Not that. Control V. There we go. Okay, now everyone's got it. Okay, now you guys are saying it. Thomas and Kisa. Thomas. I'm going to take Thomas first, and Kisa, you're next, all right? Are you, I got to move fast, guys. These guys are... Can you hear the music? It's loud. Thomas, get to your board. Thomas, Czech Republic. Tomasek. Send it again, Kisa. Send it again. Thomas did make it. Oh, Thomas, I am accepting your friend requests on chess.com. We're now friends on chess.com. That means that we take care of each other and we help each other get better at chess. These are the rules. Oh, so send another one, Thomas. You're Kisa. Okay, Willie. Cool, cool, cool. I'm looking for you, brother. Send it again. Try not to send me a whole bunch of challenges. Like spamming doesn't help because then chess.com will block you. I don't see you again, Kisa, yet. So hold off. Hold off until the game's over and then I'll look for you. It actually looks a little bit annoying. I guess I gotta save my rook now, finally. Wow. Way faster than me. I resign. I got no chance. He's got me on the board and the clock. Dude, Thomas, good game, dude. Good game. Did someone just follow on Twitch or something? What was that? Profiteer Gaming. Profiteer Gaming. Thank you, man. How you doing, Profiteer Gaming? Welcome. Welcome, man. First time chatter. I never send it, Kisa, but I'm going to send it to you right now because I love you, brother. And you wanted to play Rapid, and I told you that I couldn't, but let me find you. Kisa 2023. Profiteer Gaming, what are you into, man? What are you into, my brother? What kind of gaming we talking about here? Unrated. Send it. All right, Kisa. Dude, what is this move? Oh, I dropped something? No, I didn't. Yeah, I did, I think. This is really bad. He could have just saved the rook, I think, guys. Good game. Dude, 359, Kisa? Willie, you played really, really good. You played really, really good. I'm not going to take any doubles quite yet. Oh, Profiteer Gaming. Dude, chess, I love it. Is that the modern defense with black? It might be. Does it say, openings? This is calling it an Indian game, East Indian London system. Is what it's calling it. Yeah. And in this position, castles in E5. How could castles be a move? We're both castled. Analysis. I want to see. Okay, B5 was the move. And then on this move, C5. I played C6, which was dumb. And if the knight comes in, we just play Queen B6. And his knight is actually trapped. But more importantly, I'm threatening E5. Let's say his knight got away. I could play E5, takes. I'm on the bishop, save the bishop, and then I get the fork. It's a very simple tactic. Looked like a perk defense, huh? Well, also backgammon and bridge, also Minecraft, also a dozen other video games. Nice. Dude, I don't even... Well, no, I think I might have played backgammon a few times in my life. Dermis Sundo says live. Dermis, welcome to the stream. It is live. We are live here. Oh, wow, my review said I'm still 1,000. Good for you. Yeah, you played a good game, dude. That was a really good game. For 359, that's insane. That's a very, very good game. You played very well. You can be very proud of that game. Yeah. You know, I look at this. To me, this is a King's Indian against a London. That's what this is. I don't know if it's true or not. You can play me, Bright Soul. Send it. Send a challenge to Rosewood Telly on chess.com. Thomas, we try to do a, oh man, I copied and pasted it. There's a pinned comment. Send it. Challenge Rosewood Telly 1-0 unrated to play me. That's what we're here for, Bright Soul. Play me, brother. Today I play 1 minute. Thursdays is 3 minute. Wednesdays we have a tournament, 10+5. And I usually do an arena today. I started the arena at 3. At 3:30, I mean, a half an hour after the stream started. I want to try something new. We didn't have enough players. Next time we'll start it at 4. You did great, Willie. You did really good. I mean, like, Scan DU live. Dermis, I don't know what it means, brother. I'm I'm trying not to take doubles yet, Thomas. Give me a minute. Give me just a few more minutes, and then I'll just click on, and then everyone that's already played once can play again. Got you, brother. That's okay, Willie. Thank you for the game, man. Thank you for the game. I'm sorry that... dude, you did really good for 359. I expect a 359. I should just be taking every piece that you give me for free. Like, that didn't happen. I mean, this is a game, right? Yeah, 71% in a 1-minute game. Very, very, very good performance. Are you underrated? Yeah, I played horrible. I played 73%. I played barely better than you. I had 2 blunders. You only had 1 blunder, 1 miss, and 3 mistakes. I had 1 mistake, no misses, and 2 blunders. Where are you from? I grew up in sunny Southern California. And right before my 40th birthday, I moved to the best place in the world to live. I really believe it, guys. I moved to Texas. I moved to what they call the hill country of Texas. And in the hill country of Texas, it's beautiful. It's not like Lubbock and some of these places that are Lubbock, Texas, where Buddy Holly was from. You guys are like, who's Buddy Holly? He was kind of like Elvis. He really nothing like Elvis, but if you don't know who Buddy Holly is, that's close enough. When I first came to visit this area, I thought Texas was going to be flat with like tumbleweeds and stuff. Desert. No, where I live, there's lakes, there's not mountains like California, but there's lots of hills, great motorcycle riding, a lot of bikers out here because it's beautiful rides, beautiful riding. And I just live, and the people are so nice. You got bad people everywhere, right? You're from Checha? Yeah, your name said, didn't it say like Czech Republic or something? Is that how you say it? It's because, like I said, I don't play bullet. Yeah, so you are rated higher. I can show my friends now I've played the best on YouTube. Well, Willie, you're very kind, sir, and that might be a slight stretch. I might be a threat to become the best, but I might not be the best right now. We still have a little improving to do. You know what I'm saying? Czech Republic. Czechoslovakia is how we say it when we refer to you. But you say Checha. You say Czechcha? Yeah, I couldn't even point to it on a map. Isn't it kind of, is that a Baltic state? Here's one. Oh, 10-minute. No. PHLQ from the great country of India. 1 minute unrated today. But if you want to play 10-minute, be here Thursday for the tournament. Real Steven says, but you are the best at what you do. Well, you are very kind. I just like to hang out with my friends is all. Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore. Am I wrong? I don't know. We are 30 years only Czech Republic. Okay. Oh, I see. So it's Czech Republic. Czech Republic is the way we call it. Is that the current name? And it's funny because I say Czechoslovakia just like I might refer to Russia as a USSR or the USSR as Russia. I don't even know what the proper. Don't you say? You don't say England. You say you say UK or something, right? Because when I learned where Czechoslovakia was or what I thought it might be. Huh. It was probably 50 years ago. So that would make sense, right?